Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Muhammad Ilyas and today in this video we are going to learn about HTML semantics. So let's start the video. So in the last video we saw that how we can create HTML basic layout, and also we have created header, navigation, main and also the footer. And for that we have used div tags. But here's the problem with the div tags, that it is not representing the content which we are writing inside that. So here you can see we are writing a header, but this div tag we don't know, like we can't say that this is the div for header and this div for navigation. So this kind of problem will come when we use div. So instead of this we can use semantics. Semantics are also the same, it's a tag only, but it defines the content which you are writing inside that. But in the div we can't say what content we are going to define. Okay, so that's why we use HTML semantics. So let's see what are the semantics we have in HTML and how we can use it. Okay, so here we can see our HTML basic layout, and let's see what are the HTML semantics are. So first we have header, which will define the heading of our application or web app, and then we have nav for navigation, and then we will have main where we are going to write actual content in it, and then we'll have footer where the footer content will go, and then we have article. So here if you want to write some articles or kind of things inside the main, then you can write it. So we can say like here you want to write, so let's add it into the main layout and we can call it as article, this one. And lastly we have section. Okay, so as we have created divs, multiple divs, right? So you can also create like multiple section, and you can define this section is for some one and the other section is for someone else. Okay, so like that you can create section inside the main, and it's not like only you have to use inside a main, you can use outside of that, it's up to you. But again we are thinking to define the content, so we are going in a flow that main, and inside that only we are going to create article or section. Okay, so let me add this also to our layout here, and we can call it as section. Okay, so these are the basic semantics we have, and let's see in the HTML how we can start writing in content inside this. Okay, so I have opened my HTML folder in VS Code, and let's create a file name called 06semantics.html, and let's start with our basic tags which are HTML, and inside that we have head, inside head we have title, and let's say semantics, and then we have our body tag. Okay, so let's open this also into the browser. So we are using live server extension, so you can download it from here. And let's how to open it, we can just right click on the HTML file and open with live server, and it will open into the browser. Okay, so our file is open into the browser, and let's start writing with the content. Okay, so I have here Wikipedia page open for Chandrayaan 3. So let us start writing content of this in our HTML. So first thing first, we have a heading. So this heading we want in our web app. Okay, so for that we have a semantic called header. So it's also a tag, so I mentioned semantic is also a tag, so you have to start with this angular bracket and then header and then close it. Okay, and inside that if you want to create h1 tag, it's up to you, or you if you want to just paste the content in it, just paste it and it will going to come. Okay, so this is only for defining the content what we are going to write inside that, not for the some other properties. Like as you can think, we have h1, so it will have some other properties, and this is the header and it also have the other properties. No, it's only for defining the content which we are going to write. but it will not going to have the extra properties which we are thinking. So better to have h1 tag only, or header tags for, I mean, so what that you can use. So now I'm using h1, so that's how you can see. If you don't use it, it will be like normal text only. Okay, so it is only for defining the content which you are going to write inside them. Okay, so this is the header section we have. And let's have a navigation. Okay, for navigation we have a nav semantic you can use, and inside that let's start writing the ul, which is unordered list, and li. I'll just write home and about us only two, but we are not going to navigate now. But in the last video we saw how we can navigate into between two pages. Okay, I'll just write the content because we want a navigation in our page. Okay, so then comes main section. So in the main section we have a main semantic. So what you can do is you can write it as main, and inside that you can start writing paragraphs and all. Let's write paragraph, and then we'll come to the section and the article later. Okay, so I'll just close this, and let's write our last layout, which is footer. Okay, and inside footer let's write a paragraph. This is footer. Okay, so I have written, we have the footer now. Okay, so let's come to the next one, which is in the main. We have two things. If we go to our basic layout, we have main, and inside that we have article or section. Any one of this you can use, or you want to use both of them, you can use. Okay, based on that, what type of content you are writing, that you can use. So I will just write article now. So let's go back to VS Code. I'll just remove this paragraph. Let's get this here. Okay, so article I will going to write. Inside that one h3 heading I will write, and let's go back to the Wikipedia page. Okay, so I'll just write one more time this heading Chandrayaan 3, and then I'll write a paragraph with the content, whatever content we have here. I'll just copy paste whole thing. Okay, so I'll just take one paragraph for now. Okay, here we can see we have article inside main, and then first we have h3 heading with Chandrayaan 3 name, and then we have content about it. Okay, so this is the first content I have written, and let's write one more article, and same thing h3 heading we are using, and I will write this one background. Okay, so background is my article, and then I'm writing a paragraph with this content whatever we have here. Okay, so let's add this also here, and let's save it, and let's go back to our application. Now you can see we have our header, navigation bar, and content, and the footer, and also the articles. So separate articles we have. Okay, so this is how we can use semantic. It will not going to change anything here, because again we are using h3 and paragraphs only, and the for navigation ul. But again, if we compare our last file and this file, we can say that there is a difference we can see. Okay, so here you see this is just div tags. Okay, but you can't directly say that this is only for header, but with this file we can say, yeah, this content is we are writing for header, and this is the navigation, and this whole content is main, and this is footer. Okay, that way it will be helpful to us. Okay, not only using the tag, not only using the div tag, instead we can use semantics. Okay, yeah, and one more thing we can see here. See, we want to separate it. We have like tags, okay. But if you want some line between this, right? What you can use is you can use HR, okay, and it's a self-closing tag, which is like which self-closing tag means it will not going to have a ending tag, okay, which is like closing tag like this, okay, HR. So this thing will not be there for this kind of tags. There are few which we'll discuss, but this is the one of that HR horizontal line. Okay, you will get like this. Okay, so let me remove this, and yeah, same thing you can use after nav. So after nav also a line will come, and between the articles also you can use. Okay, so in between the articles also it will going to come, and also for the footer, above the footer I'll use So here we'll get a line, and after that I have used, so after that also we are getting a line. Okay, so it's just a simple tag hr which will give you the horizontal line. Okay, with that you can have this kind of line, and you can actually separate header, navigation, and the content in our web page. Okay. Okay, so this is about the HTML semantics. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel and give a like if you feel this video is helpful to you, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.